Jesus, look at that light. I feel like I'm about to get hit by a train. Yeah, I was reading about getting hit by trains. Apparently, only 40% of the people who get hit by trains die. Doesn't that sound low? Like, oh my God, you have a 60% chance of walking away from that. Well, you're not walking anywhere, let's be honest. But before I start my set tonight, guys, I want to congratulate Philip Seymour Hoffman on a month of sobriety. He did it. Speaking of him, anybody watch the Oscars this weekend? Yeah, I always love how they have, like, it's a big thing of fashion. I would just love one movie star to just be clueless about what they're wearing. They get up there and they're like, oh, so what are you wearing? I don't know, Target. I got nothing. No one's sponsoring me. And then just leave. But I want one dude to accept an award and just be completely honest. He's like, oh, yes, I did it, guys. First of all, I'd like to thank me, without whom none of this would be possible. I also want to thank my parents for having sex and making me, and for my mom for keeping it. The rest of it was all me. I showed up on time, I cashed the checks, and for every girl who ever rejected me or dumped me, boy, you fucked up. And now I'm going to go out and get the most ass that you've ever seen, so much so that I'm going to make George Clooney seem gay. See, at least I'm looking at it. It's so fucking honest. The Oscars, if you don't know, are brought to you by the Academy of Arts and Sciences, which always makes me think, what science do they conduct? Like, hey, you guys working on the cure for cancer? No, we're watching movies. Like, okay, keep your cheese doodle fingers off the beakers. This past weekend, I got stuck in an elevator. And believe it or not as fun as it sounds. Yeah, I was stuck in there with another dude. And you'd be surprised just how quickly one of those corners becomes a toilet. It was like 7 minutes. And how quickly the man rape starts. That was like 11 minutes. And I haven't walked right since. Yeah. But no, the whole time we were in the elevator, the music was still playing. It was playing classical music. And every time there'd be a break, and the DJ, I kept laughing at the DJ, the classical music DJ, comes on, because it's so much different than regular radio DJs, like normal DJs like, wow, it's so wacky in the morning, and here we are, caller number 100 will get tickets to see Miley Cyrus, okay. Classical DJs don't do that. They come on like dudes from NPR. Like, it's almost like you're sleeping and they don't want to wake you. They're like, that was Chopin, written in 1812. Interesting fact about that. Had a hard time, whatever it is. You've all heard it before. And I just kept thinking, what if that guy was, as soon as he got off the mic, was just a raging maniac? Like a John Belushi type guy. Like, he's just sitting in the fucking studio with a pound of cocaine in front of him and a knife.
Thank you.
Looking like the mound is like right here. There's a bottle of tequila and a cigarette burning. He's just like... That was Beethoven's 7th Symphony. And I'll be here with you from till 6 a.m. Yeah, I sure will. And get ready for Mozart's Spring Season Symphony. Here you go. What? I told you I wanted an Asian girl! Like, something just from the fucking name. I started doing that online dating thing. Let me tell you something. It is hard to fuck women on LinkedIn. I had one woman email me about an internal position. I was like, oh shit. Totally misunderstood what she meant. I was reading about America's greatest list of fears, and apparently the #1 fear is fear of failure, which is the pussiest answer I've ever heard in my life. You see, this is what happens when you give kids awards just for showing up and you accept nerds into the general population. That's what happens. You get this, oh, I'm afraid of failing. It's like, fuck you, Big Bang Theory. Get it together. I don't get it. Why do we gotta accept nerds into the general population? Not all nerds are good people. Like Lex Luthor was a nerd. You fucking asshole. Or that kid in Colorado went in the movie theater and shot all those people. He was going for his doctorate in physics and called himself the Joker. He's the definition of a nerd. And by the way, if that guy is the Joker, I think Mark Zuckerberg is Batman. And I say Mark Zuckerberg because if I said Craig from Craigslist, that might actually be true. Listen, any guy that runs a website where at 3 in the morning I can buy a cell phone, a sofa, and a hooker, that guy's got some secrets. That's all I'm saying. I always think it's funny when people have really irrational fears. Like I dated this one girl who was really afraid of whales. Okay, just don't go to SeaWorld, you'll be fine. Like, that's pretty avoidable. It's never like I was online at Starbucks and out of nowhere a whale attacked. I thought it happened once. Turned out it was just a really big fat guy looking for an apple fritter. My new favorite thing to do is to watch those movies on Facebook. You know, the 1-minute movie about your life on Facebook. I love watching my ex-girlfriend's ones. Especially the ones who've gotten fat over the years. Because it literally looks like they're about to explode. And they start off in like June 2004. Then at the end I just want them to cut to the Death Star exploding. It would make me so happy. I'd stand up like an Italian out of an opera at my desk going like, bravo! That's fucking... Sorry, that's just what I do at work, guys. So, the list of fears thing, number 2 on that list was death. Which doesn't make any sense, because isn't death literally failing at life? Like, you fail so bad, you're dead. It was just a thing. I'm not going with me on that one, okay, guys? Guys, the dip's in the middle. Let's see it from here. Yeah, okay. This fucking thing, I feel like I'm about to be shot by a U-boat. What was I going to talk about? Oh, it's Lent, guys, right? Is it a Lent, right? It's Lent? For any soldiers of Christ out there? People always give up things for Lent. They give up like cigarettes or fast food or whatever. I'm just giving up. Fuck it. I'm kidding, because this comedy thing is going great. It's going pretty well. I just shot a pilot. Yeah, it's no big deal. But I did land the plane, which was... I'm not even tell you how I got that gun on board, because that's pretty impressive too. You guys ever play pranks when you were kids? You ever do that? Yeah, I did. I remember this one time, there was this one woman in our neighborhood. She was like 90. And what we did is, there was a group of us. What we did, we took a brown paper bag and we filled it with dog shit. And we brought it up to her porch and we lit it on fire and we rang her doorbell. And she came out and she saw it, freaked out, and went to go step on it. And we beat her over the head with golf clubs. Yeah, we must have made out of that house with, I don't know, $5 grand. But you had to see the look on her face. It was priceless. Well, actually, it really wasn't priceless. It was worth about $5 grand. Yeah, but it is what it is, you know. I actually dated a senior citizen for a while. She was 90. We broke up. Well, we didn't break up. She died. She was about like 85. Whatever, I knocked the dust off that pussy. She's sitting there in bed yelling, like, I haven't been fucked like that since Taft was in office. You know the best part about dating a senior citizen is? You don't have to worry about them biting down. But I would use a condom though, because you might get polio. I don't know where Chris is. Is he? No, it's okay. I'm waiting on you. You say get the thing off. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you with this. I was hanging out with my friend. His name's Charlie. Well, actually, his name's not really Charlie. I just call him that on stage because he's Korean. I was dating this girl for a while. She would constantly put me in these bad situations all the time. And this one time was the final straw. So I was hanging out with Charlie at the bar, and she called me up and she was like, hey, do you want to go out for dinner? I was like, yeah, sure, but I'm pretty drunk. So she picks me up. Boom, we go to the restaurant. And there's no parking by the restaurant. So I gotta park she has to park like 3.5 blocks away. We get 10 feet from the car and she says, oh no. Which is obviously how I want every sentence to begin. And she says, oh no, I locked the keys in the car. She's looking at me like I graduated the Academy of Grand Theft Auto. Like, I'm sorry, bitch, what do you want me to do? I grew up in the suburbs and I'm white. But me being the classy gentleman that I am, I look around and I notice only one place is open, and it's a Planned Parenthood. Do you know how awkward it is walking to an abortion clinic and asking for a coat hanger? Yeah, just 2 seconds, real quick. I'll be real quick outside in the alley, real quick. All right, guys, I'm Dan Farley. Have a great night.